So I think we pretty much all knew that this Indiana Jones 5 production was pretty troubled, and that honestly the movie is probably not going to be that good in the first place. I'm going to give it a chance, and I think that you should give it a chance as well before the movie comes out. At least be open-minded until you see it for yourself. But we all know that this production is extremely troubled so far, and it just got a whole lot worse. Let's check it out. So I'm sure you remember a while back when James Mangold was attacking fans on Twitter when he was attacking Matthew Kadish for simply saying that his movie is probably not going to be good based off who is involved in the movie, everything that's going on outside of the movie, everything that we can see from the outside looking in. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I'm of the mind, and I always think this way, I'm always of the opinion that you should, always assume that a movie is going to be good, or at least be open-minded to the movie until you see it for yourself. That's how it was with Shang-Chi. I was really hoping that the movie was going to be good. I waited until I saw it for myself, and I just really don't enjoy the movie. I just don't think it's that good of a movie, but I'm going to do the same thing with Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Kathleen Kennedy is heavily involved. She's even stepping away from Star Wars pretty much entirely to be involved in this movie as much as possible. Harrison Ford is obviously not in the best shape of his life. He's just getting up there in age. He's getting injured over and over again, and we've had a lot of other things that are just troubling this production. And when things like James Mangold attacking fans for saying that his movie isn't going to be good, when stuff like that happens, it just proves how insecure he is and how insecure probably everyone else is on that set of that movie. Even Harrison Ford was lashing out at fans outside of his hotel room, probably because he's so frustrated with how the filming of this movie is going, not only with the troubles that's happening with the production, like I'll show you today. There's even more, crazy stuff happening with this production, as you can see on the screen right here. Indiana Jones filming in chaos over norovirus outbreak, but also Harrison Ford is probably just frustrated with the storyline, because we've seen that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is probably going to take over for Indiana Jones. I don't know if she's going to be called Indiana Jones. I don't know how that's going to work. Let me know in the comments if you know how that's going to work. I saw the leaks about that a long time ago, and I'm not surprised at all that that's going to happen. As you can see, it's even right here. Similar articles, Phoebe Waller-Bridge to replace Harrison Ford in future Indiana Jones films, and it has a question mark, but I saw that leak, probably 2-3 months ago that was going to happen. I forgot what website leaked that out, but that's been out there. I don't know why that's big news now. That's been out there. That's been assumed. I think pretty much everyone who saw her coming into this movie kind of just assumed that was going to happen. But even Harrison Ford just yelling at fans outside of his hotel room because they want autographs. They're just sitting there waiting for autographs, and he comes out and he yells at them. He lashes out at them. It's just not like Harrison Ford. And now, as you can see on the screen right here, even more troubles. Indiana Jones filming in chaos after norovirus outbreak. Filming on the new Indiana Jones movie has been plunged into chaos once again after an outbreak of norovirus on the set at Pinewood Studios. And this production has been absolutely awful, and it falls back on Kathleen Kennedy once again. She's the head of Lucasfilm, and as I said, she stepped away from Star Wars pretty much entirely. She's not even touching the Book of Boba Fett. It's going to be her first live-action Star Wars project where she's not executive producing, but she's also just not involved in the show at all. She's not credited with anything on IMDb for the Book of Boba Fett. She is doing so much as to step away from Star Wars entirely to make sure that she's focused on this movie, and the production is this bad. It's this bad. This is absolutely awful. They couldn't even keep a lot of the same people on. They couldn't even keep a lot of the legendary people that were involved in the original Indiana Jones movies, and that's what Matthew Kadish was saying on Twitter with his tweet when James Mangold took offense to it. He was just talking about the people who are involved in the film. A lot of the legendary people that were involved in the creation of the original movies are not involved. James Mangold is directing, and Kathleen Kennedy is producing. Harrison Ford is up there in age. He's not going to be feeling like Indiana Jones anymore because of how old he is, and obviously that's no slight on Indiana Jones. He can't help it. He's just getting older. He's still a great actor. He's still one of the best of all time. He is still the one and only Harrison Ford. We will never see another actor like Harrison Ford, the same persona as Harrison Ford. It'll just never happen again. He's a legend, no doubt, but he just can't play Indiana Jones that convincingly anymore, and none of those points are wrong. All of those points are completely on point, but like I said, there's more chaos happening. Like this article was talking about, there's even more stuff happening on the set of Indiana Jones. Filming on the latest Indiana Jones blockbuster has been thrown into peril once again after norovirus outbreak on set. Up to 50 people have reportedly been sent home from Pinewood Studios in the UK after winter vomiting bug spread across the site of the fifth Indiana Jones movie. which sees Harrison Ford as a legendary archaeologist. Now, a lot of people are saying out there's a lot of reports, a lot of rumors that Harrison Ford is actually wanting to step away from this movie because he's been injured multiple times, as you can see by this article right here. I believe he's had surgery. Harrison Ford injury delays Indiana Jones 5 longer than expected. I believe he had to get surgery for one of these injuries, and they were filming with kind of a double instead of Harrison Ford, and they're going to CGI Harrison Ford's face on there because they just couldn't afford to push back the filming of this movie as much as they needed to because of his injury. So they even got a double, and they're going to CGI his face on there because that's how long he was going to be out. I believe, like I said, he even had to have surgery, and this wasn't his only injury that he suffered on this set. He's suffered multiple injuries on this set, and I think it says right here, the disaster began after the 78-year-old Star Wars actor hurt his shoulder while shooting a fight scene for Indiana Jones 5. Last week, Disney confirmed in a statement. It's kind of an old article, but he's also been injured multiple times on Star Wars sets, and he's injured multiple times on this set alone. One of them, I believe it was the shoulder injury, really pushed back this production quite a lot. And now there's stuff like this virus happening, and there's also a beer bug outbreak on this set as well. They're not talking about that too much for whatever reason. I believe those reports will come out very soon, but there are a lot of rumors and speculation and reports from reliable sources that a beer bug outbreak is also happening on this set. And with those reports are coming reports and rumors saying that Harrison Ford actually wants off. He wants off this set because he feels like his life is in danger. And I know that seems a little bit dramatic. I know that seems a little bit dramatic, and it doesn't seem like something Harrison Ford would say. But if you actually just think about everything that he's been through on this set, and you think about everyone who's involved with the movie, the way that everyone has been acting that's involved in this movie as well, the way Kathleen Kennedy is, we already know how she is, but the way James Mangold is lashing out at fans on Twitter, the way Harrison Ford is lashing out at fans outside of his hotel room, it's probably not going to be a good movie. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is probably going to take over for Harrison Ford or for Indiana Jones. Like I said, don't know how it's going to work. Let me know in the comments if you know. But after seeing all that, Harrison Ford is probably just like, this is not worth it. You know, there's viruses going on all around me. I can't escape the viruses. I'm getting injured every couple of months. I'm getting new injuries every couple of months. I just had to have a surgery, and I got knocked out for a few months from that. It's probably really tough. It's probably really taxing on him. And while he's probably not scared for his life, he's probably not literally that dramatic. I think that he probably would want off this set at this point because, you know, for all the reasons I just mentioned. And not to mention the fact that he probably is realizing slowly, but he probably has realized it at this point by now, that he is just not the same Harrison Ford that he used to be for the first few Indiana Jones movies. He's just not Indiana Jones anymore. He just can't play that convincing of an Indiana Jones no matter how much he tries, no matter how good of a shape he tries to stay in, no matter how much he is a legendary actor. No doubt about it, he is. But he has to know at this point that he is just not the same guy that he used to be. He's not that Indiana Jones anymore. And I think that with all those reasons combined with the fact that he is kind of risking his life a bit. You know, he is. He's at risk for all these viruses, all these outbreaks that are happening on this set. Very strange, you know, that these outbreaks are happening, but it is what it is. Maybe they're not following the proper protocols or whatever it is. He's also getting injured a lot. He's been injury prone for a long time. I would probably want off the set too if I was Harrison Ford. Not going to lie. I would probably want off this set as well because it's not worth it. It's not worth the risk, especially if the Phoebe Waller-Bridge stuff is true, if that's actually going to happen. No doubt I want off this set. Just for that reason alone, I would want off this set. But now if I get injured a couple times, all these outbreaks happen, I'm 100% want off the set. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Do you think Indiana Jones 5 is going to be any good, or do you think it's going to be just a complete mess like I think it is? Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. If you did enjoy this video though, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. I hope to see you in the next one.